Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad to hear on this Friday morning our weather brought to us by Haynes Technical Center at 767-5500, right on the corner of Baldwin Road and Highway 77. And one word this morning for the weather is fog. It is really thick fog. Visibility about a quarter of a mile. That's not but a couple hundred yards, folks. You ought to be careful driving to work. It's going to burn on off about the middle of the morning, but it's really thick now. I really had to go slow coming into work this morning. Temperature is not bad. Temperature is 48 here in Panama City, 44 in Mariana, 47 down in Apalachicola, and 52 over in South Walton, and 47 up in the Funiac Springs. So it's going to be a pretty day. It's going to get up close to between 68 and 70, almost a perfect day to be outdoors. So really nice. High today, like I say, it'll be a little bit warmer on the coast because of the angle of the sun right here, and also inland it's going to be more of a breeze there. So water temperature is 60 degrees. That's important. It's dropped down about 3 degrees this week. The low tonight will be 52, so it's getting warmer. Got a little bit of rain coming in, about a 20% chance Saturday and Sunday. More like on Tuesday, they call it about a 60% chance. They've been talking about rain about 3 or 4 days, but they keep pushing it back. So we will be getting some rain hopefully pretty soon. The boating forecast will be coming out of southeast and swung on around now. You know, it's in northwest and all the way around to southeast now. But seas 2 foot or less. It's going to be a nice day to be on the water. River reading is Apalachicola. Now, Bluntstown, we're looking at 1.4, pretty steady there, as it has been all year. And the Choctawhatchee at Caryville is dropping. It was up around 4 foot. It's dropping on down to 2.2 for the weekend. Now, we have a full moon coming up January the 9th. You can't tell by the fog now, but we got a really nice full moon coming up. Have strong tides coming in. And speaking of tides, we'll take a look at the Carl Vernon Marine Specialties tide chart. January the 6th, excellent tides. We're going to have some good fishing this weekend. We're looking at a low tide at 5:21 this morning and a high tide at 6:59. And you're looking at almost 1.8 foot range. Really strong range today and tomorrow, all the way through the weekend. That takes care of our tides. We can give a call to Seaquarters Marina down in Caryville. There's always good fishing down in Caryville. You can find fish to catch in Caryville. It might be down the river or in the bay or right offshore. They just have some good bottom there around St. George Island and different places. So Seaquarters Marina, give them a call when you get down there. Stop by and just visit with them, talk with them. That's right there on the Caryville River as it gets into the bay there. So Seaquarters Marina, very good sponsor of Panhandle Outdoors. Let's take our first break and we'll be right back.
Panama City living is simply better without glasses. The Eye Center of North Florida offers the most advanced cataract surgery using lifestyle lens implants, which allow you to see all distances glasses-free. Our surgeons perform this quick and painless procedure at our accredited surgery center. When it comes to your vision, trust your local experts in surgical eye care. The Eye Center of North Florida.
9 doctors, 1 vision, yours.
Bill Kramer's Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC is Panama City's exclusive full-line dealership. Built on a 45-year foundation of trust and total customer satisfaction in all departments, including our huge pre-owned department, where we'll pay top dollar for your current automobile as a trade-in, or we'll place your vehicle on our lot and help you sell it. At Bill Kramer's Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. 4 decades, 3 generations, 1 tradition.
We are so lucky to live in North Florida. We have some of the best fresh and saltwater fishing in the world. My biggest problem is not catching fish, but trying to decide what kind of fish I want to catch. No matter what I'm after, I always stop at Jammers Watersports first. They have just what I need: rods and reels, line, tackle, and most important, live bait. Yes, sir, we sure are lucky.
Come join the Panhandle Outdoors team. Beat the rush and stock up on our team shirts and hats in a wide variety of colors and sizes. For your convenience, we offer a Panhandle Outdoors shop at panhandleoutdoors.net. Simply visit our website and click shop. Be a member of the Panhandle Outdoors team, Florida's only live daily outdoor show.
Sorry about that. Okay, folks, welcome back. I want to start this segment off and ask you to all be in prayer for Mr. Bobby Ecker, just a dear friend of mine. He was in my book. I got to meet Mr. Bobby several years back. He's in ICU at the Gulf Coast Medical, and I got to visit with him yesterday, and not doing real well. So I remember him in prayers. I've got so many stories. I can make a whole show off Mr. Bobby, but I got to know him over the years, and just a wonderful man. I got to fish with him some, and he's an old timer. His family goes back to 1800s here in Bay County, and he just I'm gonna tell you some stories on him. I don't have time this morning. I'm gonna tell you some stories on him in weeks to come, and all. Just so y'all remember him in your prayers if you would this morning. Okay, I got a lot of good pictures. Y'all have been doing some hunting and sending in some pictures and all. This is actually one of my students, but a lot of y'all may know. This is Cindy Sheffield, her first buck. Got up in Marion, Alabama. She's a senior at Mosley, outdoor weight class, third period. Her dad's Ed Sheffield Jr. He's a principal at Mowat, and her granddad, he used to teach with her granddad, Ed Sheffield. And they're big fishermen, not that big of hunters, but Cindy turned out to be a nice hunter. Good job there, Cindy. Proud of you, girl. The big thing on, she was able to get out and go during some Christmas holidays up in Marion, Alabama. Now, FWC's been on the ball. A couple of things from them on the. I like about once every 2 or 3 weeks read about the trespassers and the illegal hunters and all. Real quick, let me just go through a couple. Officer Dennis Palmer, he began investigation. A deer that had been shot through a private area through a fence, and the guy got caught trespassing. Not only shooting, but actually got caught trespassing and getting a deer out of there. So state attorney's working on that one. Also, they got, this is crazy, the guy shot a pelican with a pellet rifle. But what was good about this, a citizen saw it happen and called the FWC, and they came, and they actually, the guy actually went down to see the pelican was dead, and that's when they arrested him. So the suspect, the veterinarian confirmed it was a pellet rifle that was from the perpetrator. Okay, another one, and they have charged him. Another one, this was illegal oyster. 46% of this guy was oystering up in the North Bay, and they checked his oysters. 46% of the oysters he had on his boat were too small, illegal size. All right, another one, they got a complaint from and we talked about this on the show a couple of weeks ago. Obviously, they were not watching Panhandle Outdoors because they got arrested over on Tyndall. They were rallying ducks. Remember us talking about that? You cannot rally ducks. And this gets into the federal area now because they were on federal property. And actually, someone called and said there were some duck hunters out there, and it was some military people that brought in some other people, and they're in trouble. Okay, so you cannot rally ducks, especially if you're going to do it. Don't do it on a military base. And then Mike Nobles was working off San Andrew Beach, some snorkelers out there, and they had a bunch of illegal stone crabs claws that were too small. 23 of them were too small. So FWC on the ball and checking the complaints there. Okay, now we're talking about all kind of pictures and all, and I've been just thrilled with all the emails y'all have sent entering the big contest we're going to be giving away on Monday. We'll talk about that later, but a lot of y'all have been giving some nice notes, and I appreciate all the comments and compliments and all that, and all the pictures y'all seen. This Lucretia Turnup at Bayhead. We got a little crooked here. Let's see. That's better right there. Now that's a pretty morning picture. I think took that right after she watched Panhandle Outdoors. Lucretia and Ralph Turner, some loyal viewers. So thank you for sending that. And that was that cold morning we had this week. Remember how cold it was this week? It even looks cold in that picture. That's a good picture right there. Ralph and I enjoy your show and thought you might appreciate this view. Okay? Thank you, and let's take our next break and we'll be back with a lot more pictures, and we're going to show you what we're going to be giving away now, okay?
Harold Milling Company, rough and tough dog food. Harold Milling Company builds it. They build hog feed. They build dairy feed. They make chicken feed. They have specialty feeds for rabbits. If you got a worm farm, grandmother used to have a worm farm. Look at the Harold Milling Company. You want to go down and get you, the dog's not running anymore. That's all over with. You want to get that 16% and drop down from the 26% protein. You don't want over to get fat. Harold Milling Company, you can buy it almost any feed store in the Panama City area.
Panama City Beach is known as one of the top dive destinations in Florida. Divers Den offers daily dive charters that can accommodate up to 13 divers. Our boat captain is U.S. Coast Guard certified and a PADI dive instructor. We have trained professionals who offer a variety of scuba certifications. Come see us at our 2 locations on Thomas Drive and Tyndall Parkway. When you stop by Blue Water Outriggers, you will find everything for your outdoor adventure. Stock up on all your favorite brands and shop for some of the latest outdoor gear and accessories. You can also shop online and have your orders delivered straight to your home. Our flagship store is nestled right off of Highway 98 in the Port City Shopping Center, just steps away from the Port St. Joe Marina. You will love our selection, our prices, and our friendly service.
When you're looking for sales, parts, and service for your outboard, all in one location, you're looking for BJs Marine. You're authorized Tohatsu and Nissan dealer. BJs Marine does it all. They have outboard parts and a service center and used motor sales too. Tohatsu, reliable, dependable, fuel efficient, and lightweight. Tohatsu Outboards, technology for the next generation. BJs Marine, 1317 Transmitter Road since 1991.
Okay, welcome back. I'm going to say good morning. Jack Haynes down there at Howard Creek watches every morning. Good to hear from you, Jack. Let's take a look at it. I got another picture. These girls now, I've been tearing up these deer. This is a special one again, of course. Hey, Coach Chester, I was in the outdoor air class back in 2008. I went hunting with my Uncle David Gilmore Saturday in Holmes County and killed this doe, weighed about 120 pounds with a Marlin 30-30. This is the first deer I've ever killed. I think I ended 2011 in a pretty good way. I'm ready to get back in the woods to get a buck. Just want to share this exciting news with you. Hope you're doing well. Allison Martin. Good job there, Allison, and great to see you young ladies getting out in the woods and enjoying the great wildlife we have around here. Now, I often talk about different kind of photography and all, and one of the best around is our own Tom Gurley. He takes a lot of pictures, and a lot of them out at St. Andrews State Park, and he sent this picture to us the other day over holidays. He took some great pictures, and this is a loon he picked. But I want you to look at the quality of picture this is. What a great picture. You don't see a loon very often out in that area, and it's by the boat ramp about 7:45 a.m., and then he kept watching it, and this is what was cool. Check this out, folks. He went out, he got him something to eat. Okay, here's a shot of the loon, the shrimp he caught after he dove under the small fishing pier near the boat ramp and came up. Well, he didn't need to go out to the captain's table or anywhere else. He got his own food right there. Good picture, Tom Gurley, our own outdoor photographer. Now, you can do that. Tom's good about always taking his camera with him. But check out this email here. Tom was able to click those pictures because he had a camera with him. Hey, Winston, I really enjoy your show. Congratulations on 1,000 show. Please enter me in the drawing. I watch your show every morning. I live in the Funiac Springs and work at Holly King Lake Estates north of town. Yesterday, I saw an amazing sight. I saw a golden eagle take a coot out of the lake, which is very low because of the lack of rain. I have no photos, but wish I did. Didn't have a camera with them. It was an amazing thing to see, and you're right, just to witness that is amazing. Keep up good work. We're watching. This is from Keith Wright and Maureen Daly on College Avenue in the Phoenix Springs. So I've gotten in the habit of trying, as much as I can, try to take our camera with us, mainly because I've started doing the show and all. But you can just, if you have it ready and can anticipate some of these things, you have some great pictures. Like Tom has that picture of that loon with the shrimp. That's some good stuff. Now, let's talk about our 1,000 show giveaway. We made a list, and we're just going to talk about it and maybe show some things. We made a list together last night. I've started finally adding all this stuff together. One of the things we're going to do, make sure that we're going to have about 25 or 30 winners, and we've had hundreds of people already enter it, so you're in good shape. And be watching the show, though, and we're going to be, let's show the list, Jeff. We're just going to show, we're going to be giving away 2 deer feeders, an Igloo Playmate, Simmons binoculars, T-shirts, caps. We're going to have packages of those. $50 Blue Water gift certificate, $50 C&G gift certificate, Costa Del Mar sunglasses, fishing trip for bull reds in the past, a rod cali, a polar bear cooler, 3 $25 gift certificates to Tarpon Dock, folding saws. Okay, I'm going to show you some of the stuff on, and there's going to be some more. I found some stuff this morning with the list last night. These are really handy. These are Simmons with the top brand binoculars. I like these small ones because you can sort of put them in your pocket. You don't have to keep them around your neck and all. Talked about these folding saws. We're cutting limbs away, and we'll be doing packages of these things along with videos of hunters and all. Here's this polar bear cooler. I'm talking about a nice travel cooler. You know, it's real flexible and all, and you know, they call it a polar bear because it'll keep it closed for, like, I think 12 to 15 hours, keep everything cold. Let's show this. Now, this is a deer feeder, a hanging feeder. We call it a deer feeder, but you can actually use it. Some people in the backyard just for birds and squirrels and other wildlife, and you can set the timer on it and go off every couple of days or 2 or 3 times a day, all kind of things. Then we're going to have some tackle packages where we just put some stuff together and tackle, all kind of tackle and everything like that all together. Let's see. Well, I got all kinds of stuff. I'm not going to show you. I've got this rod caddy here. This is really handy. A rod caddy. You see a picture of it right here. You put about 7 or 8 rods when you're traveling. A lot of these bass fishermen, when you go, they'll take 7 or 8 rods and all with them and make sure they have everything situated there. So we have all that to give away. And so we're going to do this Monday. And we're going to draw live here on the show, and then we're going to just attach your name to it. So be watching. We added up last night well over $1,000 worth of stuff. On the fishing trip, we're going to just put in there St. Andrew, and we'll be at St. Andrew Pass in 5 minutes, and we're going to be fishing for the bull reds, and we're going to be in a big enough boat. Be with Steve Petty. If you want to bring a couple of people with you with their cameras and all, we're going to film you catching some. If you never caught one of those bull reds out of Pass, it is a thrill. So, and you don't have to worry. We're going to get it. We're going to pick out a good time where the tide's moving. It's not going to be really rough and all. So. Don't worry about that. So it's just a great list of things, and we're looking forward to doing this. The biggest thing though is make sure you've entered. You can't win if you haven't entered. You can enter all weekend. You can just email us here, and we'll enter you. Try not to call me if you can. I know some of y'all have and all. I just can't promise I can get all the names in if you call me. I get a lot of phone calls, and I try to return all of them. Sometimes I'm not able to. So just be aware of all that, okay? Now, what we're going to do, as we go to break, we're going to, since it's a good foggy morning, we're going to give away another express lane, okay? A cooler, a cup here, a coffee cup, and a free refill from express lane. So call me on that number there. You can call me now or right during this break here, and we're going to come back and tell you who the winner is, okay? So let's take our final break, and we'll be right back.
What do you value? The feel of fertile soil, the smell of fresh-cut grass, the pride of an autumn harvest, the belief that it's not really work if you enjoy it, and above all, the end justifies the tractor. Kubota. Power, versatility, comfort, everything you value in a tractor.
See and save on all Kubota tractors and equipment at Soul Tractor today.
Sunrise to sunset. A walk through nature takes you on a journey of Florida's Emerald Coast. You'll encounter the wildlife, birds, lighthouses, indigenous to the beautiful land and seascapes of Florida. Set to the sounds of nature and enhanced with easy listening music. Only $14.95 plus $4.95 shipping and handling. NatureWalkDVD.com or send check or money order to the address on the screen. A walk through nature. Visually stunning.
The greatest investment we can all make is in the lives of our children and grandchildren.
To help you invest for retirement, handle your IRA rollover, protect your family with life or long-term care insurance, call my dad for an appointment at his new office on Wilson Avenue behind Lowe's. And he'll give you a copy of his most recent book, 7 Steps to Serious Money. For free! Walter Woodrick, your Serious Money advisor!
My name's Captain Rick Corley. I'm a SAMS accredited Marine Surveyor, NAM certified Marine Surveyor, and IAME certified Marine Investigator. Been surveying since 1969. Was taught by my father, who is the oldest, longest practicing Marine Surveyor in the world. We do all types of survey, commercial or pleasure. Steel, aluminum, fiberglass, wood, makes no difference. give us a call at 850-527-5287 or visit us online. We'd appreciate your business.
All right, welcome back. Glad you're with us this Friday morning. It's real foggy outside now, so be careful on the way to work. It's going to burn off around the middle of the morning, but be careful on the way. Now, let's take a look at our express lane fishing game forecast for today. We're looking at our times, excellent time this morning, just about that time that fog's going to burn off. We're looking at 9:08 to 11:08, and tonight from 10:19 to 12:19. Brought to us by Express Lane, American owned and American operated. Now, each Friday, we like to go through our Tarpon Dock Seafood, our famous Friday fishing forecast, and I've had people tell me that's more of a report. Well, the forecast comes from the report, so we're giving you the report on what people are catching, and hopefully the forecast for the weekend where you take advantage of it. But brought to us by Tarpon Dock Seafood, and folks, they every day just have hundreds and hundreds of pounds of fresh seafood coming through here. I would say one of the biggest markets in the Southeast, and they're shipping all over the Southeast. All the restaurants buy from them, good fresh seafood. So we're fortunate to live in this area that we can run down there and just pick up some fresh seafood. Oysters this time of year are excellent in December, January, and February. I love to eat oysters. Okay, let's start off. We're going to start off over there at South Walton. Bruce Bruce every Thursday night sends in a report, and Bruce spends a week looking around and talking to people and fishing some himself. And he said right now the specks are in the mouth of the river, and also the reds are moving around the 331 causeway, and they're hitting jigs over there. Jig fishing for reds is a lot of fun. Some sheephead are being caught around the 331 bridge and the Destin Bridge. This is where right now getting in the early stages of sheephead. They're going to really show up really strong next month, in February and on into March. But they start being caught here in January. There are some reports of reds being caught around in jetties at the Coast Guard station there in Destin. Everybody knows where that is, and those jetties right around there are catching reds. And hardly anyone in the water. That wind kept up all that early part of the week, so a lot of people did not get on the bay. They were just fishing from shore, and they were getting out of the wind, okay? Now, in Panama City, we'll start off. I got this, let's see, I had a picture of a sheephead somewhere. Here it is. Bobby Graham, who's our resident pier fisherman, is always fishing at the pier when he's in town, which is several times a week. He's out there fishing, and I was talking to him Wednesday morning. He called, and he was on the way out to the pier then. And this is what he got. Check this out. Sheephead caught on live shrimp at the Panama City Beach Pier. So as I was just saying, this time of year, the sheephead are starting to come in. Bobby said he caught these using live shrimp, and he also saw several large redfish right around there, but he couldn't get them to bite. They wouldn't even bite live shrimp. And that's the way redfish are sometimes, and that's what's frustrating about redfishing. You'll see the redfish out there, and you throw everything in tackle box, and sometimes even throw live bait. And if they're not in a feeding mode, they're just going to ignore it. So, and especially if, we're talking about tailing reds with the tail sticking up and the head down, there's a feeding mode, but then you got to get the bait close to them. So it's interesting catching redfish and all. But anyway, here's a report for Panama City. Pier fishing was good on Bonita. We talked about them earlier. The whiting has slowed down some this week. Went on down to right around the if you want a testimonial if trout are biting in West Bay, I got a call from Bill Allen yesterday around noon because we had talked about going fishing yesterday afternoon. I just couldn't cut loose, and we were able to. He went over there to Crooked Creek and said, "Winston, you know how many boats are in?" Talking about trucks with boat trailers at Crooked Creek. He said there's about 8 boats. Now I want to show you. We might can get this in here, Jeff. Crooked Creek boat ramp is right there on 388 on the airport. And it's a little bridge landing right there by the bridge. And you have to back down beside it, and then you have to pull up. And he didn't have room to back his boat up. You have Crooked Creek, and then you have Burnt Mill Creek. But anyway, let's go and show the picture. We'll just show something close to it. This is you have Burnt Mill Creek, then and then to the left, that's the Hot Water Canal to the right. Now the Hot Water Canal is really hot this time of year as far as fishing, but remember that line we drew in there, we don't want we don't want to fish inside of there. But Burnt Mill Creek is next, and then comes over. The next one is Crooked Creek. So you have the Crooked Creek and Burnt Mill Creek to go into West Bay. But people get the word that, you know, fish are biting in West Bay, and when you have, on a Thursday at noon, when you have 8 boat trailers in there, right there, there's a highway right there, and people see there's not a lot of water north, so everybody's going right down in here catching trout. And it's excellent. And right next to it, of course, is Burnt Mill Creek, but the boat landing is right there under the bridge, and you just put in there, and it is crooked. Excellent place to catch redfish and trout. And the word is out. We get a lot of folks coming in from Alabama fishing down there too, especially this time of year, winter fishing. A lot of them actually bring in some live bait. Okay. Also, offshore fishing. If you saw the show this week, we caught some nice red snapper. Offshore fishing was excellent. Was catching and releasing those red snapper. You want to take some folks out, have a good time. That's never caught many offshore fish. Red snapper is excellent, fun fishing to do. Down in St. Joe, Apalachicola, trout are biting really good in the flats. You saw the video with Bill Allen and I catching some nice, a large number of trout, just trolling slow. And I'll show you next week again what we're fishing with. We caught about 30, and he and Greg Brudnick, Mayor Brudnick, went down there and caught some. And the guides, we talked to some guides. The guides are using their time with the customers catching white trout. They're real plentiful. The white trout down there around the pilings, also the mouth of the creeks like Whiskey George Creek. The hottest place in St. Joe is not the bay, but it's that little, what we call the little Highland View Canal. It's not very long. You can see from one end to the other really easy, but that's where folks are catching a lot of fish. I was in Blue Water Outriggers. They'd ordered, one day last week, they'd ordered 3,000 shrimp, and got them in by noon. They were gone by end of the afternoon, 3,000 shrimp. So that's tell you how many people were fishing down there during the holidays. So anyway, got to wrap things up. You're going to have a good weekend, I know, do some outdoor activities. Remember, Monday's show is special. We're going to be celebrating our 1,000th live show here on Fox 28, and we're going to have just a great time. Meanwhile, this weekend, get outdoors and do something good for somebody all weekend, and especially today. You pick out somebody that you think needs some help and give them a helping hand, okay? God bless you.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.